Alright. New video. It won't be that insane of a video. No music this time. Because last time it was just terrible. I don't know what happened last video, but it was like the music was just way too loud. And yeah, so it wasn't loud when I was like looking like through the video while I was editing. It wasn't loud, and then all of a sudden when I upload it, it's like, what the heck, man? Maybe I need to preview it before I upload it, but I don't know. Okay, so right now I'm just showing you how I would make simple forms and what my mindset is while I do it. Now we're just making this weird cylindrical shape that's really, like, it's not that good, but I'm just showing you how I would do things, and maybe it'll help you guys get started into, like, starting to make shapes. Some of you might be in that step where, like, okay, well, how do I just get better at making shapes now that I know everything else? You know, you want to get better at making shapes, then start with simple forms and just make a lot of random ones. Then that will get you into the habit of just coming up with things in your own mind, and you'll get comfortable with what kind of shapes and what kind of things, you know, work. Right now I'm doing this weird cylindrical shape, and I'm not really going to explain much of what I'm doing, but based on the other videos, if you mastered the other things, then you should probably get what I'm doing right now, but I will explain what I will do after this. Like, right now I'm just showing you how easy it is once you, like, master all, like, the fundamental stuff, and eventually you should be able to get to this stage where you can just go like, oh, whatever shape you tell me, I can make it, as long as you know the forms. So now I'm just doing this other half, and I don't really need to, but I'm just going to do a small part of this half. And I'll tell you how I, like, smooth things out and make it look better, and just the way I do it. Now, okay, I'm done with that. Things get confusing sometimes, and, like, sometimes you don't know whether to put more here, or put one here, or up here. I would actually prefer this or that, but I don't like that for some reason. I always like something like that. Better transition. I don't know, it depends on what you're going for, really. Those are just little tweaks and stuff you can make. You could extend some things. Always look around the whole view in 3D, and you'll be able to tell what needs fixing. You can see, look, when you see stuff like this, you can do that or that, and that's just how I smooth it, and I prefer it this way because it looks cool, I guess. Alright, so let's say I wanted to do like a forearm or something like that, and you wanted like a cylindrical form, but there's like a form in the forearm that's not just cylindrical. So this is like half a cylinder. What else can I do? It's like you can, okay, I'm not going to make a forearm, right? That's kind of hard. Because, like, I practice drawing that, and it's really hard. So if I were to make, like, a cylinder, right? You can actually, like, let's extend it this way. Just a basic cylindrical form. I could have just used a command. Shoot, alright, this might take longer than expected. But let's just stop it here. Okay, now I'm going to take out this block. And let's say you have more of it. Ah, freak. You know what, let's do this fast. Stack. 10 more. Okay, there. Okay. Now, you can actually add forms, and you don't have to use the same block color to show this, but, like, you can add, like, a shape coming out like this, and that can make your forms more, interesting and different, and it's just an easy way to visualize things. You can just add things, delete things, and it's an easier way of doing it. Like, when I try to build people, I just think about the anatomy and, you know, been drawing a lot of people. Dang, this video is going to be very boring, but what I'm doing here is I used one 3D line to actually start this off. You saw me use a line that goes like this, right? I can actually repeat that. It's in 2 axes. Oh, I forgot, I don't know how to say that plurally. So, whatever. So it's like that, you know, and then all I did was do this. And that. There, see? And then you can actually change it where it's like this. Where it's concave instead. You don't have to make it all like bulging out. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, it's getting there. It's just a video of me building forms and what I think while I'm doing it. I promised another video, and this is it. I don't know, I think I have to make like a really, like next week, I'll have to make like a tutorial on how to build like a statue. Enough of these organics, you guys should get good at this. It takes a long time, not gonna lie, it took me a long time. There, so you can add shapes, and then you can, what else can you do? Add more shapes. But you might do something like this, where it just goes like that. As you can see, I'm doing my 3D lines. You just practice this a lot, and then it'll get so, like, if you do this a lot, eventually it will just get, like, it will just feel natural. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so, see that? With just 3D lines, you kind of have a feel for the shape. It's good to do a lot of lines, because then you feel the shape out before you actually, like, you can see the shape before it actually is built. So then when you build it, it's like, okay, that looks right. See? Pretty simple. If you do it enough times. I would start off with really easy shapes, like, I know this one guy who told me, like, it was back on Xbox, if you learn how to build like a whole bunch of spheres, like almost every like size sphere, but you know, not to infinity or whatever, just like a lot of sizes of spheres, then you'll be able to figure out how to build like any shape, whatever. Because like a sphere has all the tight curves and has everything you need. I don't know how to explain it. Has all the complexity possible. I don't know. Still, you can start off by making shapes like this. And now, here goes one of the most complicated things. How do you rotate things without deform? Do you know what I think about it? I think about it as a box. So, I don't know how to explain this. This is like the hardest thing to ever do, really. If you ever get this far, which I'm not good at this yet, but I mean, I guess I'm okay. I actually stick to using deform rotate, which I might make a tutorial on, but I mean, it's just commands. So, if I were to rotate a box, I don't know how to explain this. It's hard. But you have to know all the lines, and like, you have to know, I can't even explain it. So first of all, box has parallel lines, right? So if you make this line here, so this is going to be one side of a box, or something like that. Now, it looks like this should be a 90-degree angle, so I don't know if it should be up higher, like this. It's like a 90-degree angle if you tilt your head, you know what I mean? We're just making one face. This has to be parallel to that. And this has to be parallel to this. It has to go up like that. You see what I mean? And then you try to make this line connect to that, but make sure it's parallel to this line. Just like a regular box. It follows those same rules, but you're just doing it in, just rotated. Shoot, this is actually difficult. My god, I hate this. This is so hard. And then you continue making the box, which is like ridiculous. So, since this is higher, this line here that's going to come out is going to be higher. This one's obviously going to be lower, but you got to make that 90-degree angle. So, based on how that looks like, I'm just going to estimate like something like this. Okay. Looks about right. And no, it needs to go lower. You can just tell if a line looks wobbly once you get good at it. Alright, and then you got to make this line parallel to that line. This is for really advanced people. I don't know. This is like hardcore stuff, but that's what you would do if you want to like start rotating things. You got to think in this mindset, and now you got to make this parallel here. Make sure it looks like a 90-degree angle. So think about 90-degree angles, parallel lines, and you should be able to rotate a box. Which is something that most people will be like, what the heck? How do I even think about doing that? You just follow the rules, and you just have to master the lines and stuff. So it's not that good, obviously, but you can kind of see where I'm getting at. And when I just think about it that way, when I build things that are rotated, it's just so hard. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, how do I build like a rotated, I don't know, head? Well, I would use deform rotate to get into the really detailed stuff, or I can just use like, if you were to make like a face, you know, if you want to do the front of the face looking down but is rotated, like if your head tilts down, it's going to be like diagonal, right? Like you're facing down. But if you want to rotate it a little bit while you're looking down, then you got to do both at the same time. I'll show what I mean when I'm done with this. So this will be like the middle of the head. Oh shoot. This does not look right. This will be like the middle of the head, and what the heck, man? Sorry, it just doesn't look good. You know what I mean? And it's like, this looks terrible, but it's like a plus sign would, if it was a regular plus sign, it would be like how the face would be flat and facing towards you. But then you have to like rotate the plus sign, you know what I mean, as a reference point. But I would use deform rotate. If you guys know how to do it, then that's good. If you don't, I would recommend it. It makes things way easier when you rotate. But that's how I would rotate a box, and then you just put the thing in the box, and then this will look right. It's really difficult to explain. I'm surprised I even did this well in this box. It's not even a box yet. But, I don't know. This is just a little small video of in case you guys are struggling. I don't know. Just got really bored today, so just decided to make this video. Yeah, I will make one more video next week. Hopefully. If nobody's in my house bothering me. Alright. See you guys later.